Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Wayne, I'm from Creative Football.
Paul, Creative Football.
I'm Sarah from Casey's.
And I'm Karen from Newground together.
Ask what Casey's does, please, Sarah.
Yeah. We're a construction company based in Rochdale. We've been going for, I think it's over 45 years, probably a little bit more. I've been with the company just under 14 years. And at the moment we're working with Blackburn with Darwin Council on a scheme called Growth Development 3, looking at infrastructure and different schemes across the borough. We're working on Blackamore and Haslingden New Link Road, and as part of the contract we wanted to bring into the borough social value, and obviously came to yourself to see if there's anything we could assist with as part of our commitment to social value.
Brilliant. And Karen, tell me a little bit about your company.
Yeah, well, at the moment I'm working on a programme called Newground, More Positive Together. So it's about getting people further to the labour market and helping with any issues that there might be in between them getting a job, whether it be mental health, drug and alcohol, debt. So we try to support with the things like that before they get into employment. So I was working with Mark. His issues with debt at the beginning, a bit of mental health. So I brought him down to Creative Football so that you guys could help him with his mental health and then other things, and you've got in contact with Casey's.
Yeah, I mean, it's really brilliant, isn't it? Because obviously you've been there beginning, and obviously Sarah, you come in and made some life-changing things. Really, you know, it could be easy. I remember the first conversation. What do you want?
Yeah, well, I think you was probably expecting me to say, "Oh, I want £1,000."
Yeah, can I have £1,000 and can I have some footballs?
Yeah.
Which is a good benefit if it supports what you're doing.
Yeah.
But I think part of our social value as well, which we did straight away, we identify that we could help with career talks and give support to people that were looking to get back into employment. And I think that it went from just being, oh, can we sponsor some football kits and get you some new balls, to how can we help your members and get them back into employment and give some training and mentoring. So it was really, really good. I think we got that relationship very, very quickly, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we see it from a company and from our management team that would be a long-term commitment that we want to be able to provide.
Paul was talking earlier on about it's so easy for companies to come in and say, right, yeah, that's our bit done for the year, whether it's tax back or whatever, there's so many things, and that's it. And we're always after pitch hire and stuff like that, but we're talking for the humanistic side of things and being life changing. This is what you're doing. It's great to see, and we're seeing firsthand how different it is for a couple of our participants having that, being back in employment and having something to get up for in the morning, having a purpose, having a belonging, being part of something. This is how the community should be working together. Do you know what I mean? And you're leading light, Sarah. How many years have you been doing this, Paul?
Yeah, well, I've been doing this for 18 years. Obviously Creative Football is something very different to what we've done traditionally. I think Mark's story, I think the relationship between ourselves, Casey and Newground, it's, in terms of people working together, that's like, it's like a dream, really. There are very few examples that I know of where that's happened from start to finish. And it's all been done really kind of informally, with Mark's kind of best interests at heart. Nothing's been forced. It's kind of happened really naturally, isn't it? Absolutely buzzing with that, really.
Yeah, like I say, we see him still on a regular basis, and the difference from when you first brought him down, Karen,
Yeah.
to now.
Well, with Mark, he's not treated any different when he's on.
Yeah.
When he joined us, and obviously we knew a little bit of Mike's background, but not a lot. We didn't want to delve into that. You know, at the end of the day, it's about letting him come to site, and he's got his own freedom really to speak to who he wants, as much as he wants, or as little as he wants. It's a really good. We've got a really close site team that is just so friendly and welcoming, and he just fitted in. He just fitted into the team really well.
That's a credit to you guys, though, isn't it? To be able to be like that, that's a credit to
And
you
he's
guys.
a brilliant guy, and he's certainly made a difference. You know, it's we would be looking to offer him, you know, more hours, but it has to be at Mark's pace and what's suitable for Mark, and not just for the company. It's got to be that relationship where we don't want to frighten him by saying, oh, we want you to do more and more and more if he's not ready to do that. So
Yeah.
That's really people-centred support and care again, instead of, you know, having someone, you are doing this, you know, the bigger picture is somebody's life.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And the impact on life and the opposites that could happen if it was like you are doing this or you've got to go and something like that. So sometimes you can do a good thing at first, but then really turn the other way.
yeah.
So having that interest and thought going into it, do you know what I mean? It's quite unique. It's like Paul just said, you don't really see that.
For Mark, you know, everyone at some point in their lives has an hard time, don't they? You know, and has a period where they're really struggling. And that's, you know, not through any fault of their own. You know, it's just the way life is sometimes, and to be given that opportunity, it's just amazing, Sarah, to be honest.
It's a continued support as well, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
none of us have dropped him. He's got to his goal at the moment. We're still all in contact with him. He's got a bike, cycles recycled,
Yeah.
so now he can cycle to work. He was happy to get. He's not happy to walk up to work. He cycles up there now, so his physical well-being's improved as well, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Well as his mental.
Yeah, well, like I say,
of
from
course.
the walk and talks, he now goes on really big walks as
Yeah,
well, so it's
yeah.
sometimes just that little bit of getting someone going and stuff like that, and it continues, doesn't it?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
moving forward, obviously, we was also doing some other stuff together, and we've just been talking about it before we started this, about the football sessions for some of the employees, so where do you see this going now? Hopefully football started again. You know, the sessions moving forward with the Casey group.
Yeah, we'd already, before we went into lockdown, we'd already got penciled in 2 sessions for members to come down and non-members if they wanted to talk about CVs, and we've got a couple of case studies where we could say that this is where people had started, and we've got people that of all professions within the industry that can actually bring that to the members and say there's other avenues in construction. You know, it's not just a ground worker outside with a shovel and doing, you know, work like that. There's the admin work, there's the professional work that is open to anybody really. And it's putting them sessions on to make people aware of interview techniques, just something so simple like that, and what employees are looking at now, what cases would be looking at now, you know. And just to build confidence really, and to reassure people.
Yeah, there was talks where we'd arranged all on top to come to the site,
Yeah.
so people could see how it worked, that no one
Yeah.
ever seen that type of site, so hopefully moving forward we'll be able to then start doing that, what we'd already arranged, and then we're going to do the football sessions for your workers as well. Obviously, the football's just to bring people together, have a bit of exercise, and if there's anything that we can help with going on in the background, because as we know, it's not wanting for it, don't discriminate to all of us, you know, so we'll need a little chat every now and again, or a little blowout.
You're welcome to come to site, and you know, if you wanted to have a chat with, you know, we've got quite a lot of lads that are working on site, and I know we've been working with Cays quite a lot, and doing joint ventures with Cays, which is brilliant, because they're obviously a local company. And in light of experiences that they've had recently, you know, it's made us think, well, maybe you could come and have a chat to our guys, and so that they're aware of the support that's out there as well.
Yeah, we're big, you know, mental health, we all believe, you know, stigma creates stigma. So what we're doing, you know, it's more than we welcome to your places, and it's well-being, about looking after each other. You know, obviously, even before this, life's stressful. You know, people have got so much going on, you know, at work, what's going on in the background, family, relationships, money, all this, and you know, supporting each other as a company, as employees, and our work friends. You know, be able to maybe notice signs. You know, if someone's coming in, their ears a bit dishevelled, but it's not normally, or you know, someone's getting a bit angry or being distant. And it's just about just well-being and supporting each other. And it's okay not to be okay, and it's okay to talk. From kids, 3-year-old girls cry or men don't cry from very young age. Very bred, but the strongest people actually say, "I'm struggling here," and you'll find the person that you're actually saying that to. I'll probably get as much out of it as you will as well. So yeah, we'll see, you know, moving forward, where do you see all this going? And you know, the partnership, you really see this world's oyster really.
Yeah, I think so. And of course, because we've got multiple sites that are in various locations all over the northwest, you know, we see groups and creative support like, you know, in other areas. So for us, it's what we do with you guys. We can mirror that with other organisations as well. It doesn't just stop here for us. No. It's the wider, definitely the wider communities everywhere and where we're working.
Yeah. Well, in the northwest, we're due to start sessions. In the northwest, so hopefully it'll cover all our bases for wherever people live. And obviously the nighttime sessions when they start, when people are working, there's that in there. It'd be great to have you involved in that. I just want to say, fantastic, and you know, these things are dreams really for us to have organisations like yourself.
Thanks for what you're doing in the community. Yeah, definitely. I live local, so it's it's a big thing for me. I didn't even know you were here.